long time no see. Today I am here to show you my green themed St. Patrick's Day palette that I made and I've been using for the last like 2 weeks. If you want to see what the inside looks like, then go ahead and just keep on watching. She's mean, she's lean, she's green. So I decided to go with a 12 pan palette this time, which is much smaller than I normally do. But I don't know, I was just feeling something kind of nice, kind of curated. I wanted something like more like earthy, neutral greens. I didn't want anything like super bright, punchy green, even though it looks like a few of them are in the pans. They're not like really IRL. So I guess let's get into it. I wanted to go with like a green and gold type of vibe. This first shade is Martian by Terra Moons. It's one of those classic like yellowy green, like red duochromes. So here it is. So pretty and shiny and beautiful. I got this when they were doing their BOGO for Black Friday. Let's go down. Next up, we've got a depotted shade from ColourPop. I'm pretty sure this is actually from the Just My Luck palette, the green palette that ColourPop did for St. Patrick's Day a few years ago. We'll go ahead and try to build that swatch up a little bit. So it's just like a really nice, deep, earthy green, like lots of brown in there. And then the last in that first, row, column, what difference does it make? I'm so bad with this column. Is a shade from Give Me Glow. It's the shade Halo. It's like a little duochrome moment, like white to gold. And so there is that first column. Lots of duochrome goodness. Okay, next up, we have the shade Ballistic from Shine by SD. It's one of my favorites. I'm not sure if it'll pick up better on my finger maybe, but it is like definitely more multi-chrome. It's got a little bit of a red base with a strong green shift, but then it shifts teal and a little bit purple as well. So lots of colors in there. The Shine by SD shadows feel interesting. They feel like almost more silicone-y than other shadows do, but they do have a really strong shine. Like look at that compared to those other two, which are still like super shiny and beautiful, but this is like a whole different level. And you can see it's got that green with the red base, and it looks like it's gonna be like so much more colorful, at least to me. But this is one where if you pair it with like some of like these like cooler greens, you can really get that like bluey green color. But if you pair it with the warmer greens, you can kind of tone it down a little bit. Next up, we have Migente by Terra Moon. This is a shade I really like, makes it into a lot of my palettes. I don't know why. The last few times I've been swatching this shade, I feel like it's been swatching kind of patchy, but it doesn't perform that way on the eyes. I like this one because it's not too cool, it's not too warm, it's just like a neutral mid-tone green, and I really like that. I guess mid-tone leaning a little bit deeper, but really strong color and just gorgeous, and pairs well with anything, I think, since it does lean a little more neutral. Then last up for this second column is another depotted one from the Just My Luck palette. I was considering putting in the green from the ABH Subculture. That one's a little more neutral. This is a little bit more like actual legit dark Kelly green. And I don't know, for St. Patrick's Day, I figured, yeah, let's go for it. It kind of can pull some of these more neutral colors, a little bit more true green. And I just thought, you know, we needed it in the palette somewhere. This one giving me like major old school Lord of the Ring book cover vibes. If you have like the original covers of the books, you may know what I'm talking about. Next up, we have Apollo by Looksy. This is one that looks much more green than it actually is. It's got a yellow shift to it and a little bit of a sparkle. It's really pretty. It's much more sheer though, like once you swatch it, than it looks like it will be on your finger. which I like because I like that if you shear it out enough, you can use it as an inner corner highlight, or you could use it as a topper, or just like a single shadow look for something a little bit less like, well, bam, you know? And I just thought it paired well with some of these, like, I don't know, some of these greens in here. If I wanted to do like Migente all over the lid, then top it with this, I think that would be beautiful. Next up, I finally got around to depotting the Blend Bunny Surge palette. It was super easy since it's made out of cardboard. I didn't film it because I was kind of nervous. I didn't want to like jinx myself, but it was super easy to do. And we'll talk about Blend Bunny in a completely different video for like my indie series. Next up is Copacetic, but Blend Bunny will come at some point. But I'll give you a little spoiler. Great customer service. But anyways, here it is. This is such a unique shade of green to my collection. It's like a pastel sage green. It doesn't lean too blue, doesn't lean too yellow. It's really, really unique. And again, I just thought it paired really well. Like Migente and this combined, I feel like would make a neutral green look. Not too warm or too cool, and I just love it. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. Next up, we have Menagerie. This is Plankton, I think, and the other one's Kelp. Let's double check and see. Yes, that's Plankton. Oh, some things I should tell you. Apollo is getting discontinued by Looksy, but they still have it on the site as of now when I'm filming. And then these ones are still available right now from Menagerie, but I guess maybe getting discontinued. I'm not 100% sure. I know that they've switched them to circle pans though. But here is Plankton. Nice like camo green, a lighter transition color for me. I thought it'd pair well with this one from ColourPop or even Migente too. All right, last column. First, we have Watermelon Sorbet. This is from Touch of Glam. This was gifted to me by my friend Olivia. Shout out to Olivia, thank you. Hilarious because I ordered from Touch of Glam for Black Friday, and this order, or not order, but gift came to me before my actual order did. So I got to try a little bit of Touch of Glam before my shadows came in. Again, we'll do a video on it later. This one is showing up really pink on camera, but it also has like a gold and a green shift in it, like a lime green. I'm trying to see if I tilt my arm enough, maybe you can kind of see it here a little bit, the lime kind of color that comes up. And I just thought that this one complemented the rest of the palette really well because you could do a little bit more of a neutral look with like these two, and maybe like this green in the outer corner, or you could do it with some of these like more green shades and really pull out that lime color. But I also thought the gold paired well with some of like the other gold notes that we have in here. So yeah, it just kind of felt like a natural fit. Okay, next up, this is Kelp from Menagerie. Ooh, oh my gosh, I just dropped a chunk of it on me. Super like, I don't know, bright, like almost leaning pukey green, but a little more acidic green to me personally. Again, feels like a must for St. Patrick's Day palette, you know, and I really love this shade, so double whammy. And last but not least, this is the actual Lord of the Rings shade. This is Shire by Terra Moon. Nice acidic yellow-green color. Kind of a pop in a different way than anything else, and I thought was just kind of fun. I love this type of color to add, so I thought it would pair well with some of like the different shimmers and stuff, and it's just beautiful. So that is my green palette. Look at that. Since we only did 12 shadows, I can very easily fit them all on the screen at once. I will pop up 2 looks right now up in the 2 corners, so that way you can kind of see some of the looks I've done with this palette. I'm not going to do a tutorial today because I don't have a lot of time right now, but I do have a tutorial coming up soonish for some pastel eyeshadows, so stay tuned for that. And I hope that you enjoyed this green palette. Let me know, do you have any of these shades? Do you like the color story? I wasn't able to organize them this time of like quads like I like to, just because this one kind of fit weird, so I need to fit those other two and blah 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 blah. You know how it goes. So they're not necessarily in quads, but I'm curious to know what you think of this color story. Is it a little different than other St. Patrick's Day palettes you've seen? Is it pretty similar? Let me know your thoughts. And until I see you next time, I hope that you stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye!